It's my very great pleasure to welcome you to the first of our presentation ceremonies for this year. Technically, this is not a graduation ceremony because in the University of London, graduates are formally admitted by the Senate in the absence of the candidates. Today, however, we are proud to present our graduating students to the Chairman of the Council of King's College. In making that presentation in the presence of family and friends, we affirm our confidence in the graduates. We provide a ceremony that allows graduates to mark the transition to the next stage of their careers, and which demonstrates, by the codes embodied in the gowns and hoods we see here displayed, they're joining the international community of graduates. While the hoods which we wear have come a long way from a practical headdress, in the pocket of which I'm told you could keep a supply of bread and cheese, they nevertheless represent a continuation of traditions which have been developing for centuries. That dress now symbolises membership of the academic community and identifies the wearer with their university. It's important we all remember that you, as graduates, remain members of the University of London, and in particular of King's College. The college is only as strong as its members, and you have now joined the largest part of that membership. We welcome you to that new role and remind you that we'd like to keep in contact with you, to take pride in your achievements, to benefit from your increasing experience, to assist you in whatever ways we can. You will have received information about the King's College London Association, an association that exists to make tangible the membership of the college which you have earned. Many of you have already benefited from the advice and assistance of the Careers Service. The Careers Officers remain available to you as graduates. You may find that they can help you not only in finding a first placement, but also in subsequent moves, especially in the early part of your career. In fact, it's now increasingly unlikely that you will stay in the same career until you retire. Society changes, as it's always done. You'll be part of changing the way we see ourselves as members of society of Britain, of Europe, of the world. Your careers, like mine, will become more international. You'll also be changed by the society, whether in preparing your arguments against what you see as undesirable changes, or by becoming passionate advocates of other positions, or indeed, even if you remain passive in some of the phenomena while you're active in others. Many political advocates of all persuasions are currently seeking a return to what are labelled traditional values. The traditional values being appealed to, however, differ, varying with the soapbox upon which the speaker is standing. One manifestation of those appeals affects us all as members of the college. We have this summer seen the denigration of the reliability of standards at GCSE. Too many people are said to be getting grades A to C. We hear attacks on the standards of A-level as more people get higher grades. The last week we have seen a complaint from government ministers that standards must be slipping because too many people are getting firsts and upper seconds in the universities. To reply to those attacks is not easy, but I am quite confident of our procedures. External examiners for the examinations and outside expert reviews of complete operations of departments are preserving the value of your degrees and will continue to do so in the future. The critics claim, however, that these reviews are part of a cosy system where institutions in the same system validate each other. In the climate of accountability, I welcome independent scrutiny and believe we must not stand on our dignity and misuse the concept of academic freedom as a fortress within which to hide. We've got plenty to be proud of and plenty to show. The major difficulty in defending us against the accusation of falling standards is that the precise meaning of a degree class or an A-level grade must indeed change. To use the same assessment examination today as those used in the past, and thus allow a direct comparison, would ignore the fact that the knowledge and skills that is reasonable to expect a student to have are no longer the same as they were 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 10 years ago. Simple examples from the sciences will illustrate what I mean. When I was in high school, I was expected to know how to undertake a chemical analysis using a series of logically sequenced tests involving lots of rotten egg gas. My daughter, in her recent A-level chemistry, was not expected to do that. This does not mean the standards have slipped. She was expected to know how to interpret output from nuclear magnetic spectrophotometers, which I never met in my university courses. At that stage, NMRs were esoteric research machines, not the routine instruments that they now are. When I studied statistics, I was expected to master the techniques of using hand-cranked mechanical calculating machines, knowing when to turn it clockwise and when to turn it anti-clockwise. And if I expected to use the mainframe computer as an undergraduate, I was told that was to expect access to the most expensive machine on campus. Now, I would expect every entering student to be able to use a sophisticated handheld programmable calculator and to have access to and to use computing systems that would have been unimaginable 15 years ago. Similar examples can be found in other areas as well. There have been changes in the theoretical tools and the interpretive frameworks in all disciplines. It's futile to expect the detailed meaning of a grade to remain constant while the curriculum changes as knowledge develops. The challenge to educational systems is to improve the ability of their students to operate with new knowledge while retaining critical distance. To defend a practice merely because it is new and modern is as foolish as to defend it because it's traditional. In your own careers, you will need to make many professional judgments about what procedures and practices to retain, which to replace, and which to add. In the development of your university and college, those of us who are the frontline guardians of the value of your degree have to make similar judgments in the new environment in which we find ourselves. We can no longer take the easy road and say of a proposed development, that's a polytechnic responsibility. The label university has changed its social meaning, and we have to recognise and work within that new context. We will have changes to our subject mix. We will have difficult decisions to make as we strive to preserve excellence in whatever we teach. It has through most of university history been thus. Remember that those disciplines that we defend vigorously as having a necessary place in our institutions were not always here. Charles Ludwig Dobson mounted a defence of traditional values in his opposition to the 1864 Oxford proposal to allow students who wish to graduate in science to forsake classics after moderations. Dobson considered the proposal to be degrading both the classics and the mathematics. Writing under the name by which he is now most widely recognised, that's Lewis Carroll of Alice fame, he made additional comment in a 26-line alphabetical verse called Examination Statute. In that verse, he listed dons from Ackland, who'd physics the masses, Brodie, who swears by the gases, down to Rolleston, who lives for dissecting, all working in a university factiously splitting, presided over by a vice-chancellor, ceaselessly sitting, with, for X, expenditure grown quite gigantic. Science, in fact, had a difficult entry to the traditional universities, finding an easier entry into the new ones created by the merchant classes of the Victorian era. What we now take for granted as an essential component of university was once seen as a threat to standards. As you leave us as students and join us as our newest alumni, I would ask you to respect the traditions represented by your hoods and gowns, but without giving undue deference. I would ask you to challenge conventional wisdom, but without succumbing to the cult of the new. And I'd ask you to adapt, help the college adapt to new political and economic climates, but that support should be as active intellectual participants, not merely as passive receivers of newsletters and perhaps donors of a few pounds a year. In asking the academic registrar to present the graduates, I also ask members of the congregation to reserve your applause until each group of graduates has been presented. Sir, the presentation of students.
The college is blessed with a large number of prizes donated by individuals and institutions alike. Of all these, the Jelf Medal is the most prestigious and is awarded on a faculty basis to the undergraduate student who excels in both academic and non-academic spheres. For 1992, the Jelf medalists are, for art and music, Mary Stiles, who also graduates with a Bachelor of Music. Theology, Hester Adams, Bachelor of Divinity and also winner of the second Shelford Prize in History and Philosophy of Religion. Engineering, Miriam Chong, Bachelor of Engineering and Mechanical Engineering and also winner of the second Siemens Prize. Students from the School of Education presented by the head of the school, Professor Margaret Brown.
Sir, it is my honour to present to you the following students. Master of Education in Computers in Education, Michael John.
Master of Science in Forensic Science, Marianne Arney. Jane Eastwood. Anna Healy. Fiona Lewis. John Matthews, Juliet Osborne, Gareth Owen. Master of Science in General Biochemistry, Sneh Goyal. Master of Science in Gerontology, Wilhelmina Harlow. Valerie Hyde. Rosemary Tremellen. Master of Science in Human and Applied Physiology, Michael Ridding. Master of Science in Immunology, Joanna Bridge. Deborah Clark. Fiona Fowler. Bruce Knight. Master of Science in Nursing, Antonia Beringer. Nicola Kearsley. Sally Nethercott. Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Analysis and Quality Control, Yoga Mulukutula. Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Technology, Carol Davis. Ahmed Mohammed. Master of Science in Pharmacology, Sohail Hamid. Vivian Llewellyn-Jones. Master of Science in Research Methods for Remedial Therapists, Helen Galperin, Juliet Hussey, Mariam Judd. Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry, Kaveri Rangachari. Bachelor of Science in Applied Biology, Deborah Kemp, Richard Tyler. Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry, Rosetta De Simo, Zinli Makatini, Alistair Pace, Mary Thursby Pelham, David Vines, Sarah Volkert, Anne de Koninck. Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Microbiology, Rebecca Coker Adeleke. Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Pharmacology, Rukshana Iqbal. Pravina Patel. Catherine Clark. Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Physiology, Sahala Gozashti. Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Physiology, Gillian de Roma. Bachelor of Science in Biology, Gorinda Bella, Rajinda Flora, and the winner of the Harold Rose Studentship. James Lydiard, Nicola Kane, Pradeep Kopa, Catherine Paxton, Krishnan Thiru. Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science, Gillian Barnes, Niall Murphy, Piers Richardson, Saika Syed, Timothy Young. Bachelor of Science in Basic Medical Sciences, Nihar Arya, Itrat Azad, Rebecca Kim Bannister, Asha Butt, Michael Crabtree, Samir Gidwani, Beth Hansen, Matthew Hind, Talak Mahmood, Ken Mannon, Anthony Mohammed, Nisa Patel, Sonali Pyrus, Hemant Solomon, Eve Timo Stepola, Lindsay Thompson, Danny Marie Watson, Sunita Yogaraja. Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology, Chintuk Lee, Ashiek Madhvani, Shane Minogue, Adnan Abayadullah, Godfrey Oswald, David Roberts, Manisha Malhotra. Bachelor of Science in Ecology, Siobhan O'Reilly, Jane Wilson. Bachelor of Science in Food Science, Philip Merchant, Andrew Sapo-Poku, Lucy Sykes. Bachelor of Science in Human Biology, Louise Browning, Thomas Callahan, Elizabeth Kay, David McInnes, Romel Momen, Sasha Pakiri. Bachelor of Science in Human Environmental Science, Joanna Boxall, Sarah Cooper, Caroline Fleming, Mari Gallagher, April Groves, Simon Harrison, Richard Howarth, Sarah Jarvis, Attar Rahman, James Richer. Bachelor of Science in Immunology, Asha Jagesa, Sarina Kiani Ali Khan, Melita Karapeti. Bachelor of Science in Microbiology and winner of the Helen White Prize, Mahmoud Yatam. Bachelor of Science in Molecular Biology, Amanda Birch, and winner of the Jean Hansen Prize, Caroline Martin. Is that way right? Bachelor of Science in Nursing Studies, Bobby Amor, Sylvia Ennis, Siobhan Gillan, Kirsten Leslie, Gillian Riley, Julian Standing, Evelyn Tawia, Patricia Grocott, Susan Irons, Sylvia Swift, Caroline Tyler. Bachelor of Science in Nutrition, Natasha Butt, Rana Drake, Sonal Patel. Bachelor of Science in Nutrition with Basic Medical Sciences, Liza Blackwell, Emma George, and winner of the Avery Jones Prize, Caroline Hamlet. Washamet Hussain, Catherine Rees, Vivian Thum, Nicola Walters. Bachelor of Science in Parasitology, Gillian Walden. Bachelor of Science in Pharmacology, John Equialor, Ian Higginbottom, Vivian Ngu, Ravinda Pabla, Francis Purser, Andrea Solomidou Kyriakidou, Simon Berry, Savraj Grual, Daniel German, Stuart Lansdell, Merdad Mokhtari, Desmondi Walsh. Bachelor of Science in Pharmacology with Toxicology, Faiz Kermani, Naeem Nordin, Vanita Patel, Andrew Snabaitis, Rajinda Tiwana. Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, Shui Ha Ao, Alison Bacon, Mushrat Bashir, Chung Ho Chan, Kuldeep Devgun, and winner of the Northwest Thames Regional Health Authority and Smith, Kline and Beecham Prizes, Vivian Etwi Barima. Shirley Ho, Sarorian Ing, Mohammed Raza Kanji, Rifit Khan, Shung Lam, Joanne Lawless, Eliza Lee, Sophia Lim, Cindy Mann, Kevin Mann, Zarana Mehta, Emad Motamedi, Vinti Najran, Jedasola Ogunmiloro, Isaac Otomewo, and winner of the Wellcome Prize, Farah Patel. Kiran Patel, Padita Singh, Sukyi Tam, Dorland Asher, Ursula Weir, Yok Mai Yap. Bachelor of Science in Physiology, Adenili Apumwapi, Amirtavini Balasubramaniam, Michael Edbury, Andrew Lilly, Malamatenia Pedicuri, Gary O'Driscoll. Bachelor of Science in Physiology and Pharmacology, Robert Fawali, Kenneth Olembo. Bachelor of Science in Plant Sciences, Una Harrison. Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Sciences, David Parry. Bachelor of Science in Zoology, Hayley Andrews.
Students from the School of Medicine and Dentistry, presented by the Dean of the school, Mr. Ian Gainsford.
Sir, I have the honour to present the following students. Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Medicine, Nathaniel Milton. Doctor of Philosophy in Community Dentistry, Rebecca Todd. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Pathology, Mahesh Dixit. Doctor of Philosophy in Analytical Pharmacology, Nicola Welsh. Master of Philosophy in Medical Engineering and Physics, Judith Dunn. Students who obtained the Bachelor of Dental Surgery degree, Mahesh Chan. Georgina Langhorn. Slaney McKeon, Suman Vasisht. Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery degree, Paramit Chowdhury. Andrew Cossey. Terence Ferrant. Darren Fowler. Neil Holder, Sarah Hawkswell, James Hickling, Nicholas Hogg, Robert Howell, Zoe Hughes, Christopher Hume, Andrea Liu, Sarif Mehmet, Kevin O'Neill, Alison O'Toole, Priti Patel, Andrew Poynton, Tashin Qureshi, Jacqueline Ross, Catherine Scott, Claire Sheppy, Carol Smith, Deborah Walker, Patrick Ward, Claire Alexander, Andrew King, Christopher Lilly, and Kathleen Shiratsky. And Natalie McCloskey, BSc in Immunology and Molecular Biology.
Students from the School of Physical Sciences and Engineering, presented by the head of the school, Professor Roy Pike.
Sir, it is my honour to present to you the following students. Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Aurelia Samuel Lewis. Doctor of Philosophy in Civil Engineering, John Lovelace. Doctor of Philosophy in Electronic and Electrical Engineering, Shirin Ektisadi. Doctor of Philosophy in Electronics, Nadia Zain. Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics, Elizabeth Scott. Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, Jürgen Bursch. Sylvia Flessier. Paul Lee. Subdeep Mahal. Master of Science in Chemical Research, Majdi Haj Khalil. Master of Science in Construction, Law and Arbitration, Bernadette Barker, Philip Barnes, Richard Bayfield, Emil Hoskin, Derek Jerram, Neil LaRue, Stephen Lelliott, William Pierce, Anthony Philpott, Edmund Ryan, David Shields, Craig Shuttleworth, Peter Smith, Richard Westbury, Stephen Whitaker, Brian Wilson, Jonathan Wiles. Master of Science in Electronics, Shabir Akhtar, Abiola Akinsete, Syed Ali Awsat. Master of Science in Information Processing and Neural Networks, Karalabos Dimitropoulos. Master of Science in Mathematics, Reinhold Gebert. Master of Science in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, Yasser Johannes. Bachelor of Science in Business Management, Adegbenro Adejumo, Yasmin Ali, Josephine Chan, Peter Chan, Manoj Chugani, Abbas Farishta, Manas Khalili, Oli Enitri, Nabil Zauk. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Adam Andrews, Jesse Burford, David Chapman, Marina Karalambos, Trin Luong, Jenny Porter, Gillian McNamara. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Management, Arshad Ashraf, Matthew Melling, Sharifa Ullah. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Physics, Lee Arden, Rachel Harris. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with Analytical Chemistry, David Pauls. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with Biochemistry, Richard Bentz. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry with Management Studies, Hakim Adebi, Francis Annetz, Senam Bekli Kati, Rifat Chaudhry, Marco Di Franco, Kerry James, Edward Johnson, Kwok Man, Sandy Patel, Jagrup Puriwal, Ravi Rajab, Bahirathan Sivanlingam. The previous faculty. I think I'm asked to read out for the previous faculty, Natalie McCluskey, I think she was immunology and molecular biology. She's not mine, but I wish her well. Now, did I get to Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Paul Abunu, Ching Chung, Hilka Husko, Richie Malhotra, Andrew Pinkerton, Nicholas Poole, Paul Race, Shazia Rafi, Tejinder Palsaran, Ian Watkins, Brian Welch, Shazia Ahmad. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Management, Paul Bryan, Daniel Cole, James Currell, Martin de Amada Carosa Tavares da Silva, Martin Dibden, Helen Ellis, Douglas Ho, Pankaj Kara, Farinda Jawhal, Philip Maguire, Stylianos Pangalos, Kalpana Patel, Gerald Sherwood, Laura Skivington, Stephen Wilson. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with Management, Oscar Sentugo. Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Systems and Electronics, Kwok Keung Chan, Stili Karalampus, Asif Jahangir, Mohammed Khan, Tariq Mazid, Paul Roberts. Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic and Electrical Engineering, Philip Angus, Shehzad Akima, Omar Hamid, and winner of the second Siemens Prize, Sao Wang. Sao Wang not here. Saad Kazim, Vlasis Mujios, Philip of Ogba, Salah Rahmanian. Bachelor of Science, Engineering in Engineering with Business Studies, Benjamin Barnett, Fiona Coburn, Daniel Goldman, Benjamin Usher. Bachelor of Science, Engineering in Engineering with Computing, Barbara Lee. Bachelor of Science in Management with Computing Science, Atossa Shafa. Sarvjit Gorji. Nudrat Shaktai. James Hodgkins. Noreen Jaffrey, David Jeeps, Claudia Marika, Arjinda Nijar, Dominic Noble, Paul Rippingdale, Ambar Shakir, Richard Williams. Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Computer Science, Management, Sonia Revadera and Misbah Siddiqui. Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Computer Science, Kelly Ho, Mrugesh Patel, Asma Shaikh. Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Management Studies, Mubashir Akhtar, Samira Alizadeh, Zahirullah Awan, Monique Chandra, Emily Coates, Domingo da Costa, Dinta Kanani, Yanni Louis, Julia Meller, Dominic Millman, Rima Omari, Britt Pereira, Deepesh Patel, Craig Powis, Dvanit Shah, Amir Siddiqui, Sharon Tan, Adam Townley, Mei Lun Wan, Philip Ray, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Physics, Stephen Gare, Giles Harris, Kelvin Jarrett, Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, Mano Chadvani, Rosanna Akutu, Ama Alusi, Paul Choi, Neil Dinmore, Pablo Forteza, Panayotis Frangoulis, Heng Fong Yu. Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering and winner of the Loctite Prize, Evangelos Panas. Bachelor of Science in Physics, Ian Plunkett. Bachelor of Science in Physics with Astrophysics and winner of the Nelcon Prize, Philip Thompson. Bachelor of Science in Physics of Information Technology, Kofi Oduro Amanyampong. Bachelor of Science in Physics with Management, Tulika Shah and Mark Thorpe. Bachelor of Science in Physics with Medical Applications, Varsha Patel, Sailesh Persant, Akira Sharif.
So, the presentation of a fellow. I call upon the college orator.
Mr. Chairman, I present to you Mr. Maurice Wohl, CBE, property developer, philanthropist, the founder of the Maurice Wohl Charitable Trust and the Maurice Wohl Charitable Foundation. One facet of Mr. Wohl's life which the press has never discovered, but which I'm sure he would not like me to leave out, is his lifelong commitment to his religious faith. Few people in Britain know that he is in fact president of the Great Synagogue in Jerusalem, at the very center of the Jewish faith, and in fact the leading synagogue in the whole world. The synagogue is first, of course, a religious center, but it is also a very important diplomatic institution. It's a natural first port of call in Jerusalem for all visiting heads of state and for all visiting church leaders, including our own Archbishop of Canterbury. Mr. Wohl is naturally in Jerusalem for all the great religious festivals, and he is also, in a real sense, an ambassador for his faith. it's hardly necessary to point to the trust and honour which is bestowed upon the man chosen for such a position. Mr. Chairman, in conclusion, I cannot help but return to that beautiful room in the National Gallery. Beside one of the doorways, there is a powerful painting by Titian entitled The Tribute Money. In it, a man is seen approaching Jesus and holding out a coin to ask the famous question about whether it is right to pay Roman taxes. The figure of Jesus is calm, unruffled, but somehow very much in and of the world, as he replies with, "Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's." For those to whom much has been given in this world, the choice between Caesar, God, and self is a particularly hard one. We are honouring today someone who has made a sincere attempt to face that choice honestly, who has known success, and who has tried both to heal some of the world's ills and to help celebrate some of its glories. He has already received a CBE from the Queen, a decoration from the former Prime Minister of France, Jacques Chirac, and doubtless in the course of a long life many other honours which he's too modest to list. And it's therefore with respect, gratitude, and much pleasure that I request you, Mr. Chairman, by the authority of the Council, to admit Mr. Maurice Woe to the Fellowship of King's College London.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an apology first to make to you. I have not got a hat on. Last year I had a hat, which frankly I hated because it fell on my eyes, made me very hot, and miraculously, but due to no act on my part, it was lost and has not been found. And that is why I hope you will excuse the acting principal and myself being without any headgear today. The other thing I think that you will have noted, and I noted, and some members of my council will have noted, I'm sure, is that all the Jelf medalists this day were ladies. And I thought that was a particular pleasure and a great stimulus to the gentleman next time, I hope. This country, the world, and the countries that some of you come from are desperately short of educated, well-trained people, in particular engineers, physicists, and chemists. And it needs those not only to be versed in those skills, but those to teach them as well. Kings will follow you with interest and with pride, whether you stay in this country or in other parts of the world. I hope you won't lose touch with us. Thank you for being with us today. I hope you find the occasion as rewarding and as enjoyable as I have, and I think we should perhaps all collectively thank those who have been responsible for this occasion, and also thanks to our organist and trumpeter. I now have pleasure in drawing this morning's presentation to a close and hope that you will now join us for some refreshments outside. Thank you very much.